What if I told you Chrysler's most legendary engine wasn't a Hemi? It wasn't even a V8. It didn't win races by the dozen, but it outlasted everything. It survived the desert, it worked the fields, and it pulled boats, patrol cars, and city buses for decades, long after its competition rusted away. This is the story of the engine Chrysler tried to bury, a strange sideways six that ran forever until politics killed it. This is the untold legacy of the Mopar Slant 6, the leaning tower of power. Chrysler was desperate. Ford had the Falcon. Chevy, toying with rear-engine compacts. And Volkswagen, outselling American cars 10-1. Meanwhile, Chrysler's six cylinders were ancient, flatheads, heavy, outdated. Enter William Wertman, a quiet engineer with a radical idea. What if the engine leaned, tilted 30 degrees to the right? Executives laughed, called it a gimmick. Sixes were supposed to be straight, rigid, American. But Wertman, he wasn't building for the showroom. He was building for survival. 1960, Chrysler launches its secret weapon, a slanted inline six, compact, efficient, shockingly modern. Two versions hit the streets, the 170 cubic inch for featherweights and the bigger 225, built to pull, push, and outlive everything else. But it wasn't just the angle. It was the details under the hood. A compact four-bearing bottom end, sweeping intake runners, nicknamed the Bunch of Bananas, a relocated water pump, saving space and running cooler. It wasn't flashy, but it worked. Mechanics whispered, "You can't kill it." Then, Chrysler got ambitious. To save weight, they built a batch of aluminum slant sixes. The idea? Revolutionary. The result? A disaster. Die-cast blocks, iron liners, aerospace metallurgy. Genius. On paper. In reality, catastrophe. Liners slipped. Coolant leaked. By 5,000 miles, head gaskets were toast. Mechanics cursed. Customers complained. Chrysler stayed silent. 52,000 aluminum slant sixes were built. By 1964, the experiment was dead. Cast iron returned, heavier but indestructible. On the road, the slant six didn't just survive. It thrived in Dodge Darts, Plymouth Valiants, and workhorse pickups. It was quick off the line and stubborn as a mule. 215 pound-feet of torque at just 2,800 RPM. More than some V8s, but it never got the spotlight. Why? Because it embarrassed Chrysler's own muscle. While magazines hyped Hemis, the real street killers were junkyard darts with slant sixes, taking down Mustangs at midnight. The factory noticed, and they weren't thrilled. Daytona Speedway, compact car challenge. Chrysler engineers, bring out the big gun, the Hyperpack, high lift cam, long ram intake, 4-barrel carburetor, 195 horsepower, 220 pound-feet of torque. Valiants sweep the podium. First, second, third, fourth, Ford and Chevy, destroyed. The crowd went wild. But Chrysler, silent, because that performance humiliated their own V8s. Then, NASCAR kills the compact class. 1962, gone. Hyperpack? Never seen again. Coincidence or sabotage? After the racing world moved on, the Slant 6 just kept working. It powered boats in Australia, welders in Kansas, taxis in New York, water pumps in the Mojave Desert. Some say it could run without oil. Others saw it, and while aluminum blocks faded into history, the cast iron Slant 6 just kept ticking. Why? Deep skirt block, forged crank, short, thick internals, and fewer moving parts. Where V8s choked on neglect, the Slant 6 just didn't care. But even legends have weaknesses. After 1975, unleaded fuel exposed a fatal flaw. Valve seat recession? Older heads weren't hardened. Valves started sinking into the cast iron. Compression dropped. Power faded. Then came the stretched timing chains. especially after 200,000 miles. And worst of all, rear cylinder overheating. The number 6 ran hot. If you didn't flush your coolant, it cooked the head. Still, most of them lived, because this engine forgave abuse. Today, the Slant 6 isn't just a survivor. It's a sleeper weapon. Builders are pulling 300 to 400 horsepower out of stock blocks, turbocharged torque monsters with Holley Sniper EFI, modern fuel maps, boosted wastegates, and Dutra dual headers to let it breathe. What once ran on a single-barrel carb now roars on 8 PSI like a V8's angry little cousin, a modern hot rod hiding in plain sight. In Australia, it became a legend, powering Chargers and Valiants with slanted fury. In America, it worked until 1991, long after its rivals were gone. But it never got the respect it earned, maybe because it didn't break records, maybe because it wasn't loud, or maybe because it was too good, too reliable, too cheap, too much of a threat to Chrysler's own V8s. So ask yourself, what if Chrysler didn't just retire the Slant 6? What if they silenced it? What if the Hyperpack disappeared because it humiliated the 318? What if the aluminum block, perfected, could have revolutionized racing? And what if the Slant 6 wasn't just reliable, but suppressed? Comment below. Tell us what you believe. If you like this video, give a big thumbs up and also subscribe Elite Cars for more amazing content. Question everything. I'll see you in the next one.